I wanted to start with a little bit of Man United, actually, because I'd just like to get it out of the way quick. But would it be a big Mainoo mistake for the club to offer him what his agents are demanding, which is £180,000 a week?
No. I stated that many times. Mainoo is one of the brightest talents in English football. The problem is he has been playing under Erik ten Hag. And even though he has been playing under Erik ten Hag, he shined, right? Isn't that proof that he's worth every penny, I actually believe that. You remember I told you, Terry, that Mainoo needs to leave Man United for his development, for his own sake.
Yes.
He got triggered and all this stuff. But the reality is he's so talented, bro. Like, people don't understand. Looking from outside, I know Man United fans, one of the prop Ahmad and one of prop the others, but Kobbie Mainoo is so talented as a midfielder. He will suit a lot of teams in the world, including the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Inter, even Barcelona. He might get playing time at Barcelona. He's so talented. People forget that because Kobbie Mainoo started playing when the age of 17, that he's still a teenager. He's not even 20 years old yet. Yet, a lot of people scapegoat him for some mistakes and not blaming the others. So Kobbie Mainoo, without a shadow of a doubt, is worth every penny from the 150K a week that Man United are offering him. And if Man United don't pay him up, I promise you there is plenty of teams out that will pay him that much.
Chelsea wants him, no?
But Sam, this guy is so good, people don't understand. The problem is the guy is shining in a dead Man United team, bro. Like, in a dead Man United team. And he's still shining and people still doubting the talent. We told you, Kobbie Mainoo shit. He's not even that good. No, he's fucking great. He's absolutely great. You just don't realize the talent. And, bro, Liverpool will take him in a heartbeat. He might start over Szoboszlai, or he might get game time. He's 18. He doesn't have to play 38 games. 150K is very good for him. Listen,
I don't think
Palmer making 150K
offer per se. Like, I think 150 grand a week is fine if you want to tie down one of those, like, a promising youngster for the future. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to be honest with you. Like, 150 grand a week is fine as long as you don't overdo it. Now, problem is, like, okay, so if you give him 150 grand a year contract for the next, let's say, 4 years or so, by the time he's 23, if another club is coming in for him, then you're gonna have to pay him a lot more in order to require his services. That's the only thing where it's kind of like an issue maybe for the future, in terms of like him just getting what like, let's say 4 years from now Chelsea want him and they're offering him 250 a week or something like this. You're gonna have a situation where you're gonna have to pay him a lot more than, the average player his age, if you will.
But isn't that okay, Osam? Like, if Chelsea or other team are coming in for him in 4 years, doesn't that mean that he developed to the point that he's
then you're
really
just making another
Marcus
Rashford situation?
Okay, this is very, very important.
Tell me the difference.
I'm going to tell you. The difference is actually Marcus Rashford was worth every penny. People talk in hindsight now. People forget when Marcus Rashford broke to the scene, there was talks of him going to Real Madrid, same as Dele Alli, same as other youngsters. You remember that? Marcus Rashford was so talented. Again, we are leaving the problems and focusing on their players. The problem is the Man United environment did not help Marcus Rashford shine. I promise you, with that much talent that Marcus Rashford had at that time, because I remember the hype. Maybe the young people that have short memory don't remember.
You're saying we're talking with hindsight, right? What if hindsight is similar for Mainoo 4 years from now? Then what?
Okay, if Man United in 4 years... let me tell you the problem. If in 4 years Man United are still shit in the same way that they were shit when Marcus Rashford was offered a new contract, Man United have way bigger problems, Sam, than actual Kobbie Mainoo next contract, with all the respect. Like, in 4 years, bro. I think that is the case, it's crazy.
My view on this, when I read it, I do worry about mistakes of the past in terms of overpaying people too young, if they're not working hard, if the attitude isn't right. At the same time, multiple clubs are circulating for him and they will be willing to offer him somewhere. And again, we've got to remember the newspaper report here. That's what they're demanding. Whether they get 180,000 a week as a flat fee is another conversation. I would hope that we could work out some kind of deal where it's 120, 130, 140 with bonuses if we finish in certain league positions to that level. I've always liked Liverpool's model, which incentivizes success, and that grows over time. But I'm not that concerned by it personally. What I do find interesting is that it's gone from the club want to sell him. Man United are crazy from rivals to he's absolutely nowhere near worth £180,000 a week. So which is it? We were crazy to let him go because he's a super talent, or we've got to pay him the going rate for an incredible talent that the world and his dog wants. And I think Man United fans were often too suckered in by rivals, and we want to sort of, I don't know, sometimes we want like, not appeasement of rivals, but I need to say something so rivals don't come at me. Rivals are always going to be on our necks, whether we're the worst team in England or the best team in England, because we're everybody's biggest rival. And 3 or 4 weeks ago, we are everyone's. We're your biggest rival. You were your biggest rival.
Yeah, but you're not Chelsea's biggest rival. You're not Arsenal's biggest rival.
I believe that. The reason why I say we're everybody's biggest rival, or one of, if not the least, is the volume of people that no one sides with us, no matter what's going on, and that shows you that. But for me, it's very.
I'm an Inter fan and I hate Man United, bro. Like,
but there is nothing that Man United have done over the last like 10 years, 12 years in order for people to side with them.
So again, I understand that point of view. What I mean is this: like, there's a super chat that's come in here from a PSG fan. PSG fans have no reason to dislike Man United for any reason. Okay. But he says here, are we going to talk about the reports that Ineos are already planning a replacement for Amorim? Now, I hadn't read those reports today.
What?
And then hang on. And then I found out why I didn't read those reports today. So there's loads of newspapers that are reporting on it. But when you click on the origins, it comes from the newspaper that's called Signings. But in Spanish, I think it's pronounced Fichajes. And you've all seen... Yeah. We've all seen their links. It's the Sun newspaper is 10 times more credible. I have that word muted on my X feed because they just make stuff up. They're not even a Z list, and there's tier ones. They're not even tier 4,000. They're awful. But the point is Le Bleu and Red. If that newspaper, by the way, that newspaper always links us to amazing players, and this is what I mean by we're everybody's biggest rival. Le Red and Blue would ignore that publication if they reported today that Man United were going to sign Barcola in the summer. Yet he'll jump on it like a bitch in heat when it's something negative about Man United. And so, yeah, as I say, and people do that a lot. So, yeah, that's why I haven't spoken about that report, my friend, because it's not that it doesn't fit my agenda. I think that report from, I think you pronounce it, is it Fichit? I wrote it down here, Fichajes, or however you pronounce it. They are probably the most discreditable media outlet in the world, my friend. So you may have read it on a different website, but it's always first thing I do whenever I see a big report on a kind of, because I read it on fan football. When you see reports on Football Fancast, MSN News, and news outlets like that, I always read through and look for the link to where the originating source was. And as soon as you click on it, it gives you an idea whether to believe it or not. So, yeah, that's why we're not talking about it, my friend. I hope that makes sense. But, yeah, I'm not... source, basically. Yeah, but beyond not credible, I literally think they make things up on that website. If you just go onto Twitter now, everyone, or X, take their name, and I'll post their name into the comment section. I'm posting it now so you can all see it. Go onto X and just post at that, and then look at all the different aggregator accounts the post they put out. And when you read the links and the stories they put out, you think it's April Fool's Day. It's unbelievably bad. It really is. But on the Mainoo thing, yeah, 3 or 4 weeks ago, United were being slammed because it was deemed that we didn't think he was good enough. And everyone in their dog said, I want him. I want him. I want him. Oh, I love him. Now that he's asking for decent money, United are crazy to give him anywhere near that. I'm going to go with the first gut reaction, which was United, rivals of Man United, were praying he left because they know how talented he is. So, yeah, I'm sort of semi-relaxed about it personally.